All right, Tina, so I'm going to show you how to migrate modules here. And it looks like there's several different types of modules that you're wanting to migrate. Some of them will pull everything over, and it'll just be a kind of simple couple clicks and you're done. Others, including this one here, the live content module, will pull almost everything over, and it'll keep you from having to recreate everything, but you'll still have a little bit of work to do once it's over there. So I'll show you how to do this first one, and then you'll be on your way to doing the others. So here I am logged into your Get Well Road site, and I'm going to roll over the blue drop down over this live content module and choose export content. It's going to give me an option of a folder that I'd like to export into, and in this case I'm going to just choose the root folder. And for the file, I can name it here, so I'm going to just call it staff. And then click export. So the root folder is just your Portal 0 folder, and so that just exported that into your Portal 0 folder. So now I'm connected via FTP with FileZilla here to your Portal 0 folder, and I'll go ahead and refresh the content, and I'll scroll down, and the file is going to be called, it'll start with content. Let's actually just refresh here. So here we go, content, live content, staff.xml. So the name of the file is just staff that I created there. And I'll go ahead and download that. And that's going to drop that here. I put it in a getwellroad.org folder on my local system. Now I'm going to also connect it to your Getwell alias site. And I've created inside your Portal 0 folder, I created a folder called Migrate, just so it'll be real easy for you as you move stuff over. So inside that Migrate folder, I'm going to upload this file that I just downloaded, and so that'll drop it in there. Now the next step will be to go and log into your Getwell alias site. I'm already logged in here, and I'm going to go to your file manager, and I'm going to synchronize the file system and the database so that that new folder and the new file will show up in your file manager. So come here, click on File Manager, click the recursive button, and click Synchronize Files. And then when that reloads, you'll see that we'll have a new folder and some new content in there. So we'll expand that. You see that you have your migrate folder there. Inside that migrate folder, you see we have content, live content, staff. So now what we'll do is we'll go back to your contact page, and we're going to add a live content module, and we'll just call it staff info. You can rename it, name it anything you want. And I think you mentioned putting this in mid-pane 1. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll add the module. What this will do, of course, as you know, is just going to add an empty module to that pane there. And now we're going to import content. So we've already exported the content from your Getwell Road site. Now we're going to import it to Getwell Alias. It's going to ask you which folder, and you'll just choose Migrate. And it's going to ask you which file, and right now there's only one file in there, so it's called staff.xml, and we'll click import. Now what you'll see when you import this is that the images are not there, and that's just because the database references are different for how you'll have it here. So, but the content is there, so if you click on it, you'll see that this content is still there. There's just no image, thumbnail image associated with it. So what you have to do for each of these, and I know it's kind of tedious, but much less tedious than having to recreate everything. You'll just have to go click on the blue pencil to edit it, and then click on Change Content here. This will pull up the first your content, and that's fine. You don't need to actually change any of that, so you'll just scroll down and click Next. And then it'll give you the option for update your thumbnail source. So in this case, you'll want to either upload it or browse the server if you've already uploaded it to the server. But then you'll just switch out your thumbnail, click Next, and then you'll be all set with that. So that's a live content module. Most of the other modules will be even easier than that because you won't have to recreate anything once you've migrated it over. But that's the process. Export, download it via FTP, upload it via FTP, and then import. If you have questions on that, don't hesitate to let me know.